Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Hello, friends, and welcome to Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna, and I'm here with Paula.
You don't actually change it to confuse me now. And we have the amazing Dani Jack with us. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic, fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us today. So tell us, what has 2020 been like for you?
Oh, man. It's been weird. It's been really weird, really different. Just trying to navigate through all of this is like, what is going to happen next? I don't know.
Yeah. What's the next thing's going to happen on the news? But you did have a release, didn't you? Fun to be had.
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah. I have to say, I love the video.
Thank you.
Absolutely love the video. So tell us, how did the song come about?
I actually wrote this song about 3 years ago. And it was like a big birthday where, most people think they should be married with kids and settled down. And I was like, man, I'm just not there. And I don't know if I really want to be there right now. I'm just having a good time. If something happens, it happens, but I'm just having a good time. And so I got together with Stone Aielli and Hillary Billings, and just kind of said, I was like, there's just too much fun to be had. And we were like, that's the song. So we wrote it, and I released it 3 years later. I always loved the song, but I didn't know when was the right time. And I think this was the perfect time. So
it's just something that everybody needed to cheer them up during the craziness that we're all living through.
Right.
Exactly. It was just such a great inspiration feeling of, let's all just get back to that normalcy of just enjoying life. And
just there's a lot going on, and I was really happy, not happy to release it during a pandemic, but it was such a fun song during such a weird time.
I think it's what we all needed. As I said, I love the video because it's so much fun, and you can tell how much fun you had making it and everything else. So yeah, it's how we all should be living.
The video, my original thoughts for the video was I was going to get my band together. We were going to, do this video at one of the bars that I play at, and just have a great time, people dancing on bars, people doing shots, just having a lot of fun there. But then the pandemic hit, and I was like, oh my gosh, everything's closed. We can't get people next to each other like that. So what are we going to do? So I went to a friend of mine, Lexi Burke, who's done all my other videos, and was like, what do we do instead? And she listened to it. She's had this great idea of what if you're just at home having a good time by yourself? And then it just kept going from there. And I was like, let's just make this so extra and over the top with a gown and this cool rocker outfit, and then me letting all these people go at the door, never mind, see you later, So it was so much fun to film.
I looked it. And as you said, you always get to certain ages and everybody expects you to hit these certain milestones. And it's it's 2020. Things have changed.
Everyone can do what they want with their lives. Just let them be.
Right. Exactly.
We're with you. Freedom for us all. There you go.
So who are some of your musical inspirations, some of the sheroes and the women that have inspired you to do music and what you're doing today?
Sheroes, I love that. I have always loved Whitney Houston. She was probably the first woman that I really fell in love with her voice, which I guess there's so many of us that had that. And so a lot of my sheroes are women who have big, strong, powerful voices, Carrie Underwood, Linda Ronstadt, Bonnie Raitt, Mariah Carey, Leanne Rimes, and Gloria Estefan. So I just always gravitated towards these powerhouse vocalists. And that's always what I wanted to be and what I aspired to be. So.
Yeah, I mean, Whitney Houston, I mean, there's not many people who can match the voice that she had, you know, so yeah.
Incredible, just an incredible voice.
Yeah, I mean, she really brought to life an old, I hate to say an older song, but I mean, I Will Always Love You was an old Dolly Parton song, and yes, it was still around, but I mean, it really brought it to people who didn't listen to country, and that to me was really awesome, because, you know, as someone that didn't have a lot of friends that listened to country music, it was always hard to get them to listen to my music, the music I listen to, you know,
right.
So
yeah, I mean, that recording is just, I used to listen to that like every day, so.
Just, yeah, she was just a powerhouse, she really was.
Absolutely. So if you could like talk to anyone, and this doesn't have to be musically now, it could be anything, okay? If you could talk to anyone, living or dead, who would you want to talk to, and what kind of, like, what would you want to talk to them about?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Oh wow, there's so many options. Who would I want to talk to? You know, she is living. I'd say Linda Ronstadt. I just think she is so cool. I mean, most of her songs and her hits are covers, and she just made them her own, where you like kind of forget whose song it actually belonged to. Also, she just lived this really cool life. You know, didn't follow this normal path that most people expect. She's never been married. She adopted 2 kids on her own. And, you know, it's like, God bless her. Now she's dealing with Parkinson's and can't sing. And that just is like the saddest thing. But her documentary, just watching that last year or earlier this year, maybe, I was just amazed. Like, just so incredible.
Yeah, she is. I couldn't agree more with you on that. I mean, especially because she's one of those who did defy the genres of going from pop to country and even to Latin, and that even back then, I mean, that for a woman, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's so many times when people ask me like, what do I listen to or what my style is, I'm like, oh gosh, like I want to be Linda Ronstadt, you know, because I grew up listening to so many different things, and I'm like, she did this really cool thing where she did all these crossovers. It's like, how did you get people to follow you with that? It'd be really awesome to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's a talent in itself. It's just, it shows you the power that person has with their voice, and how they change the music to be able to satisfy 2 worlds that can be very, very different. So yeah, it's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
So now obviously you've gotten to a place where you've had some releases here and stuff and some great music out. Who would you want to thank if we handed you like, an Emmy right now? Who are some of the first people you'd want to thank?
Oh, well, my producers, Chris Condon and Lee Hewson, who just have worked with me on my last 2 singles, who really just got what I was doing and heard where like the potential for these songs could be. And Lee, especially as the vocal producer, just like heard my voice and guided me to do like something different and encouraged me to do something a little bit different. And then my producer on my first EP, Luke Forehand, who was also just really believed in me and helped me through that EP. My co-writers, Craig Lackey especially, who didn't write the Fun to Be Had but wrote Dance With Me, and we've written so many songs together, and then of course Stone and Hillary. And then I'd have to thank my vocal coach in LA, Her name's Younga Bonner Webb, and she is just incredible, and just turned my voice and like expanded it and made it more than I knew it could be, like where I always wanted it to be but didn't know that it could be like that. It really encouraged me, my family obviously. And then last would be my former acting coach, John Armand, who was my mentor since I was 13 years old, who passed away a couple years ago, but just really believed in me and always like gave it to me straight and taught me so much about life.
That's good. That's good. You always need people who can be straight with you no matter whether it's good or bad. You need those people in your life or else, you know.
I want to apologize. I said Emmy, I meant Grammy. I'm like.
And Emmy will do. I'd love to get in, you know, TV and movies at some point. That'd be really fun. That's what I grew up doing. So that would be fine too.
Okay, so both. We'll count you in for both.
Yeah.
Both in the same year. How about that? That'd be perfect.
How amazing would that be? Lady Gaga style, right?
Yeah, Lady Gaga stuff. Perfect. Amazing. You could be up there, totally. Okay, fantastic. So, quick fire questions. Now, these are dead easy. They're just a bit of fun, just to get to know you as a person rather than you as the artist, sort of thing. So, okay, are you ready for this?
I think so.
Okay, early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Beach or countryside?
Beach.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Biggest fear?
So what? Say it one more time.
Biggest fear?
Ferrets.
Ferrets. That's a new one. Never heard of anyone who's got a ferret. There you go. Favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Favorite drink?
Water. So stupid.
Wow, water.
Water. Not like an alcoholic drink. I don't know. Whiskey. Old fashioned.
Like, put them together, whiskey and water. There you go.
I do drink whiskey and water. That's like what I drink over the bar. Whiskey and water.
Healthy. There's water in it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I cut some calories down by miles. It's easy. Left or right-handed?
Right.
Favorite animal?
Horse.
Yeah, perfect. Yay.
Favorite color?
Yellow.
Tell us something people don't know about you.
Oh, I listen to a lot of podcasts. Like I probably listen to podcasts more than music, which is weird.
One of your hobbies?
Hiking.
If you were a musical, what musical would you be?
I just lost them all, which is so crazy. Maybe Rent or Beauty and the Beast.
I love Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is the best.
Very different.
They're very different musicals, that's for sure.
So, if you were a Disney character, what character would you be?
Belle.
I was kind of figuring that after you said Beauty and the Beast. I was like, yeah, she might say Belle.
Crazy.
So, if you were a mythical creature, what creature would you be?
A unicorn.
Ooh, yay.
So, if there's one song that you could tell Paul and I to listen to that you've been listening to, minus the podcast, obviously, or if you want to give us a podcast, we might listen to that too, that we should listen to right now, what song would that be?
Let Me Leave by Mark Broussard. It's an older one. It's been around for a while, but it is just amazing. Amazing, incredible.
We'll have to take that one in. Perfect. Okay, now, final question. Okay, this is the bonus round. Who is your favorite CWC host?
Oh, no.
She was like,
No, not answering.
Damn it, I tried. I tried the word as well this time. One of these days we will.
So the only way we're gonna ever get anyone to accidentally answer is put it in the middle of all the questions we're asking, just randomly.
I'm gonna randomly slip it in there and see what happens.
How do we combine your names? Have you figured out how to do that yet?
Yeah, we could do it, couldn't we? Ola or
Dola?
yeah. Going the other way is quite a hard one, I think. Yeah. We'll have to think about that. Perfect.
Maybe it's like a scramble word. Maybe you just mix them all up, like, maybe start with N and then make the,
yeah.
Right?
We can have a competition. We can have a competition for CWC. How do we put our names together so we know who wins? There you go. Whoever comes up with the best one.
Whichever comes out.
Yeah, see? Oh. So what does 2021 look like for you at the moment-ish?
Man, I don't know. I mean, I guess it all depends on how quick we get out of all of this and can get back to normal. I really was hoping this year to start doing like little regional, like 2-week tours. But then at the beginning of the year, I broke my foot and was in a brace for 4 months. And then there was the, coronavirus, everything shut down. So I'm hoping that in 2021, we can start touring again, and doing like real shows. But if not, I guess I'm just gonna keep writing and trying to put out more singles. I'd really like to get more singles out instead of just like one per year. Get a few out next year. I've got a few songs that I really want to record.
That'd be perfect. Well, hopefully you'll come back to us and we can do maybe a mini live event and we can get you to sing.
Yeah.
Show the world how amazing Dani Jack is.
That would be fun.
It will be a blast. It will be fun. So it's been really, I have to ask though, how did you break your foot? Were you drunk?
Oh my gosh. Okay. I was dancing. So I do a lot of like kind of swing dancing style just for fun. And the guy that I was dating at the time and I used to dance all the time together, and we'd do this move where he flipped me, and we had done it so many times, and this time we just didn't get the landing right, and I fell and my foot like kind of folded underneath me. So I broke my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th metatarsals.
Wow.
It's pretty bad. I'm still like trying to figure out how to, I've like got some nerve things going on, so it's not been great. It's been a very strange year.
Oh, right. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering the pain I had when I broke one of the metatarsals, and I was like, oh, I couldn't walk for like forever, it felt like, and yeah.
It sucks.
I've never broken. I've kicked my toes enough times, and that hurts bad enough. I imagine.
But we don't recommend breaking it.
No, don't break it. Don't break it.
That just hurts.
Yeah.
Just like I see how much people that have broken legs, femurs, things like how painful those are. I'm like, no, let's never break a knee or leg or no. Let's try not to do that ever.
Yeah.
I've broken more bones than most people can name, but I've never broken a toe, so there you go.
This was my first time breaking anything.
You had to break 3 at once.
When I do something, I really do it.
You all in.
Don't do it by halves. I'm gonna make sure I break. Next time it's all 5. We can do this. I don't think there's something to aspire to, but yeah. Nightmare. So you had one of those big, amazing, cool moon boots.
They're really annoying, and they're like clunky. It weighs 3 pounds. It's just
You've got one leg.
Stand uneven, so it's like my hips hurt, my knees hurt, all that.
Nightmare. So you've got one leg stronger than the other now for carrying the extra 3 kilos around.
Yeah, you just put you put a weight on the other foot and then a boot on the other foot, and then you can balance it out. That's what I would do when I went to the gym. So, kind of even.
come to think of it, both legs will get the same workout with the weights. Yeah.
Yeah.
DIY tips from Crazy Women Country. While you're in class,
These are safe exercise tips. You should consult your physician first before doing anything.
Absolutely.
Yeah, don't forget a disclaimer just in case. I love that. That's fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Dani.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
No worries. Thank you so much. It's been so good to finally catch up and actually speak to you in person. So
Yeah, same.
Absolutely fantastic.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.